Lithe. Graceful.
It was a pleasure to watch the lithe body of the ballet dancer as she performed the most difficult steps.
Obese. Very fat.
His insatiable hunger for sweets soon made him obese.
Adherent. Backer, supporter.
The disgruntled adherent switched his loyalty to the opposition party.
Bliss. Happiness, pleasure.
Oh, what bliss could be seen in the eyes of the ardent couple as they announced their engagement.
Pathetic. Sad, pitiful, distressing.
There is something pathetic about a great athlete who continues to compete long after he has been bereft of his talents.
On the spur of the moment. On impulse, without thinking.
On the spur of the moment he turned thumbs down on the new job.
A sport for everyone. Of the many highly popular sports in the United States, football must be rated around the top. This sport allows the speedy and lithe athlete to join with the slower and obese one in a team effort. The skills and strengths of many men are welded together so that one team may work as a unit to gain mastery over its opponent. The knowledgeable adherent of a team can follow action covering many parts of the playing field at the same time. He is in a state of bliss when his team executes a movement to perfection. However, there is no one more pathetic than the same fan when the opposition functions to equal perfection.
Week 29, Day 2. Exhort. Urge strongly, advise.
Doctors exhort obese individuals to go on diets.
Apathy. Lack of interest, unconcern.
The feeling of apathy was so prevalent during the election campaign that the candidates hardly bothered to make speeches.
Fracas. Noisy fight, brawl.
The fracas started when he besmirched my good name.
Inebriated. Drunk, intoxicated.
He was usually sedate, but when inebriated he became hostile.
Adversary. Opponent, enemy, foe.
My adversary became disgruntled because my arguments were so cogent.
A fly in the ointment. Some small thing that spoils or lessens the enjoyment.
He was offered a lucrative position with the firm, but the fly in the ointment was that he would have to work on Saturday and Sunday.
Rah, rah, rah. The spectators at a football game play more than a superficial role. A spirited cheer from the stands often gives the player on the field a reason to try even harder. Cheerleaders exhort the fans, who may be in a state of apathy because their team is losing, to spur on the team. In particularly close games between rivals of long standing, feelings begin to run high, and from time to time a fracas may break out in the stands. While the teams compete below, the fan who is a bit inebriated may seek out a personal adversary. On the whole, the enthusiasm of the spectators is usually constricted to cheering and shouting for their favorite teams.
Week 29, Day 3. Indolent. Lazy.
The indolent person goes to great lengths to eschew work.
Gusto. Enthusiasm, enjoyment, zest.
He began to eat the food served at the sumptuous feast with gusto.
Garrulous. Talkative, wordy.
She was usually so garrulous, we considered anything under a 5-minute speech as a cryptic remark.
Banal. Trivial, meaningless from overuse.
Men believe that women's conversation is filled with banal comments concerning clothing or food.
Platitude. Commonplace or trite saying.
During the most sultry days of summer, one often hears the platitude, "Is it hot enough for you?"
To take French leave. To go away without permission.
The star player was fined $100 when he took French leave from the training camp.
The 23-inch football field. The football fan, who cannot attend a contest in person, may watch any number of games on television. This has the great advantage of permitting an indolent fan to sit in the comfort of his living room and watch two teams play in the most inclement weather. However, some of the spirit, the gusto, is missing when one watches a game on a small screen, away from the actual scene of the contest. Also, the viewer is constantly exposed to a garrulous group of announcers who continue to chatter in an endless way throughout the afternoon. Should the game be a dull one, the announcers discuss the most banal bits of information. Even in the poorest game, there is constant chatter involving one platitude after another about the laudable performances of each and every player.
Week 29, Day 4. Pique. Fit of resentment.
He showed his pique by slamming the door.
Dilettante. One who has great interest, but little knowledge.
The dilettante will scoff at those who admit that they know very little about modern art.
Atypical. Nonconforming.
It is the atypical fisherman, who does not embellish the story about the fish that got away.
Nondescript. Undistinguished, difficult to describe.
The detective had little to go on, because of the nondescript nature of the criminal.
Wane. Decrease, decline.
Many virulent diseases are now on the wane.
In the arms of Morpheus. Asleep.
The day's activities were so enervating, he was soon in the arms of Morpheus.
What's on? One day each week is set aside for college football, and another for the professional brand. Most fans enjoy both varieties. Nothing can put an avid viewer into a pique more quickly than missing an important contest. It is the dilettante who eschews the amateur variety and watches only the professional games. The atypical fan will watch only his home team play. However, enthusiasts will continue to view the most nondescript contests involving teams that have no connection with their own town or school. Some intrepid fans have been known to watch high school games when that was all that was offered. Public interest in football grows each year, while interest in other sports may be on the wane.
Week 30, Day 1.